Okay, so I probably should have addressed this in my No Way Home celebration video. Yeah, I got a haircut. As I mentioned this a couple of times, that I need to get a haircut. I need to figure out something how to just fix my hair for when I go see Avatar: The Way of Water. I was able to improvise, and yesterday I figured, screw it, I might as well get a haircut, and I'm a bit 50-50 about it. This is the image I chose, which kind of looked like the same hairstyle that my dad gives my little brother Rylan. But I also looked like Rylan a little bit. It just reminded me of him. But speaking about Rylan, today is his 10th birthday, so be sure leave a happy birthday and comments down below, because I'm going to try to play Fortnite with him later today. But yeah. And also, besides today being my little brother's 10th birthday, as he was born today, 12 years ago. Not 12 years ago, 10 years ago, 2012. Actually, I need it. Also, I'm in my PJ pants. It has now been 14 years since Avatar came out, the first Avatar, but guess what's coming out in like 4 years? But anyways, with that being said, later today I am going to talk spoilers once I build my Lego set. I'm not gonna go grab it. I'm saying, I'm not gonna grab it. I'm just gonna grab it. Just. But yeah, I would be in my jeans, but I'm in my PJ pants because just it's a Sunday, and Sundays are always boring. Anyways, with that being said, I will be finally building this damn Lego set, and I meant to do this spoiler review around Friday, but then I delayed it to yesterday, and then I delayed it to today. So I'm going to be doing that later once I'm done editing this video. So enough chit chat, time to talk about my thoughts with Avatar: The Way of Water. Let's get it. Okay, I just decided to just screw with it, just put on jeans, even though I'm not like going anywhere, but just oh, I'm just... Okay, enough chit chat. Hello everyone, welcome back to another movie review on the channel. So, I've now seen Avatar: The Way of Water twice, as I went to go see it in IMAX 3D on Thursday night, as you've seen my movie vlog for it. Then I went to see it again yesterday with my mom, as just I just wanted to see it again, and I couldn't be able to see it again on Friday, so we had to do it on Saturday. At least I was able to see it again, and we went and saw that in real D 3D. I think that was the first time I've seen a movie in real D 3D. I don't know, but just still though. And we are gonna see it again for the third time, but with our siblings on Wednesday, which I think I mentioned this in my No Way Home video. Yeah, originally I was hoping to watch Puss in Boots too with my siblings, but guess I'm gonna be watching it with my brother on Friday. I am going to try to make my review for Shrek 2 sometime this week, maybe today, I don't know. And then I do want to make a video talking about Black Adam, which I'm like questioning myself. What's the point of even making a review for Black Adam? Because the DC universe is getting freaking rebooted. Don't know when I'll make a video talking about my thoughts on Henry Cavill leaving as Superman permanently. But anyways, enough chit chat. So yeah, now that I've seen the movie twice, and where do I freaking begin? So, I've taken notes to talk about my thoughts on the movie, since just, like, I can't stop thinking about it, and I still can't stop, like, I want to see this as many times as I can. I've seen Top Gun Maverick, and Black Panther: Wakanda Forever, and Black Adam 3 times in theaters, but I'm willing to see this as many times as I can, because it is going to be a while before it hits Disney+, because it's got to earn that box office money. And speaking about box office money, I smell Avatar 4 and 5 coming. Okay, enough chit chat. So yeah, I did got a haircut recently, so feel free to let me know what you think about it, because I'm just 50-50 about it. But, so quick recap. So, it's been 13 years since James Cameron has made the first Avatar, which came out about 14 years ago today. So, no longer 13, 14 years now, since today's date is December 18th, 2022. 14 years ago was when this came out. But yeah, he pretty much waited for the right technology, as he did with the first one. But besides that, he was writing scripts for not only 2, 3, 4, and 5. He was writing scripts for 4 Avatar sequels. And as I've mentioned, I think I've mentioned this a couple of times, but he did said that if the second one doesn't perform well at the box office, he will just end it off at number 3. But I highly doubt that. We're totally gonna get 4 and 5. But Cross fingers that we actually do. I mean, I'm sorry. I'm still learning. But yeah, he did said that 4 kind of goes off the rails in a good way, but that we may go to Earth in the 5th one. Now, for the 3rd one, we don't know nothing about what could go down the 3rd one, other than that it's rumored to be 9 freaking hours long, which, yeah, I know y'all saying there's no way they can release that in theaters. Obviously not. He just got to finish the VFX work, and then he'll start trimming it up a bit, so... Yeah, as much as we all should be worried right now, the movie doesn't come out in less than 2 years, so we got time. Okay, we got time. Plus, technically, 2 and 3 are just done. They're technically done filming. They just gotta finish filming number 4, and then film number 5. Actually, technically, they only mainly got 2nd done, and that a little bit of 3rd done, just 95%. I guess the 5% is just the VFX work. But they did get the first act of number 4 done. They just need to finish the entirety of it, so they just need to finish a little bit of 3, entirely of 4, and then get started with 5. Which, we got time. I mean, like, here's the release slate for all upcoming sequels. Minus Way of Water. That's already out in theaters. And speaking about theaters, okay, as I was coming out of the bathroom, for my 2nd viewing, I went to the bathroom once, because, obviously, I've already seen it. For my 1st time viewing, I didn't even need to go, because I didn't even drink my drink. Like, I can't believe I was able to make it 3 hours, but I'll talk about that runtime later. But still, as I came back from the bathroom, all I saw were Avatar. Like, it was just every single theater room on the right side of the theater. Since there's like a left and right side, 1 to 7 and 8 to 14. But like, it was just mind blowing seeing that. Probably because of the 3 hour runtime. I mean, imagine the Snyder Cut being in theaters. Oh, wait a sec. Hold on a sec. Here it is. Oh, wait a sec. Not that pile of garbage. Here's the Snyder Cut. Wish I got the 4K one though. Alright, now let's go over my actual thoughts with the movie. So, obviously, you've already heard this multiple times from everyone else, and that would be the visual effects. Obviously, the visual effects are just top-notch in this movie, which I gotta compare the visual effects from the 1st one to the 2nd one, because, like, the visual effects for the 2nd one look so much better than the 1st one. Like, oh my god, like, this is, like, in 3D, it looks so good. And I mentioned this in my Avatar review, that once I saw a sneak peek of of Avatar 2, I was just mind blown, could not stop thinking about it, and desperately wanted to see the 2nd one, but just had to wait 3 more months for it to come out. But yeah, the visuals are just, they are top notch. And not to be disrespectful or anything, but they are like 10 times better than the CGI that I've seen with DC and Marvel, especially Marvel. But again, don't want to be disrespectful about it. There's other good CGI out there, but just like for the CGI in Avatar, like, how are they doing this? It's all CGI, like, yet it looks so real. Like, how? Just how? So yeah, honestly, the visual effects is just, it is just top notch, amazing. It is stunning. It's just freaking amazing in general. Like, wow, James Cameron. But another thing I want to talk about is something that I was looking forward to see in Avatar 2 would be Jake Sully's kids. And, yeah, I think you're gonna love Jake Sully's kids because I freaking love them so much. I have trouble picking which one's my favorite, whether it be, Loak or Kiri or Took, which I'm gonna have to say because I cannot pronounce her full entire name, as it's gonna be hard for me to pronounce some of their names. And also Natane. Like, I can't pick which one's my favorite, but I think the ones that stood out to me were Loak and Kiri. Those two were the ones that stood out to me, but Took, she's freaking adorable in this movie. Like, she's such a cute little girl. Like, oh, she's so adorable. But yeah, I'm debating which one's my most favorite. But like, the ones that stood out to me the most were Loak and Kiri. But for Kiri, yeah, I find her just, I don't know what, I just find her fascinating, but just like, there's just something special about this character. But I will say that she is going to be an important character for the upcoming sequel. Upcoming sequels. She's going to be an important character, a very important character for the upcoming sequels. And, shouldn't be a spoiler, but don't consider this a spoiler, since it was technically in the trailers, as she said that she feels her heartbeat. But whose heartbeat is she talking about? Iwa. And, wanna know why I say she's gonna be an important character? Because she's kind of connected to Iwa. Now, I'll that's all I'm gonna say. I will save my more thoughts on that in my spoiler review once I built this thing live on Twitch. But yeah, the ones that stood out to me were Loak and Kiri. But for Loak, I loved the relationship he had with the Tulkan whales, if I got the name right. Damn it, I forgot the name, but I loved the relationship he had with this specific whale, which I'm gonna say this right off the bat. This whale is the freaking MVP, and around like the final act, this whale freaking kicks ass. That's all I'm gonna say, but you're gonna love this whale so much, especially around the final bell, because boy was I cheering for this whale. And speaking about the Avatar whales, I'm gonna say that since I sadly cannot pronounce the name correctly or remember the right name. You're gonna love the whales, especially when you end up crying for them. But not only will you love the whales, but you'll also love every single sea creature that is shown in The Way of Water. Like, just... it's just freaking amazing. Like, holy crap, James Cameron. That's all I'm going to say. You're going to love the sea creatures in Avatar The Way of Water. But another thing that I think you might love is the villain for this movie. Now, I'm going to say this right off the bat. Way before, like, around, like, when the trailers were coming out, I didn't know who's the villain going to be. All I knew was that the villain for the first one was dead and all. But, like, I was curious to know who the villain was going to be. But then, later, a couple of days later, after the second trailer was finally out, which... why release in November? You could have released that sometime in the summertime. You waited that long to release the... you know what, doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. But just, still though, I was shocked to find out that the villain from the first one was coming back in this movie. But not just as himself, but as a freaking avatar? Clearly, I've been living underneath a rock. Because, like, I was not aware about that, but just finding out about it hyped me up even more. Because, like, him as a freaking avatar, like, oh my god. This is about to be crazy. And now that I've seen him as an avatar, yeah, I dug him as a villain in the first one. I thought he was a cool villain in the first one, but I freaking love him even more in this one. Like, wow! Probably one of the best villains I've seen in movie history. Agree to disagree, but it is confirmed that he will be the main villain for not only 3, but also 4 and 5. So, yeah, he's pretty much the big bad Thanos of this franchise. But another character I want to talk about is Spider, which I've heard people complain about him a little bit, as his motives is unclear now. For my first viewing, I thought he was an alright character. But for my second viewing, I then understood a little bit about why people were complaining. But I don't know if anyone is seeing this clearly, but I feel like I don't know. I'm probably not the only one that sees this, but I can now understand why people are having problems with this character about his motives, as you can't tell if he's on their side, which would be the Na'vi side, or the Sky People side, which would be everyone else that are pretty much trying to take over Pandora. As yeah, they're no longer here for their resources, but want to take over the entire planet and make it their new home, as Earth is dying. But yeah, I can now understand why people are having complaints about Spider, but I would not, like, be one of those people that, like, no, yeah, he was a problem I had with this movie. No, I dug him, but I can now see what James Cameron was doing, because, oh, man, I think it's gonna play a bigger part. It's gonna come later in the sequels, but I will talk more in my spoiler review, but let's just say that, things may take a dark turn with Spider in the upcoming sequels. So yeah, I'm pretty much now gonna be worried for whose side he's truly on. But another thing I loved about this movie was just more lore to the Avatar franchise. Like, I liked the first one. Now, I will say this. I pretty much thought it was overrated, but after seeing it in IMAX 3D 4 months ago, my whole opinion on it completely changed. I completely loved it. Like, I liked it. I liked it as a kid, but thought it was overrated. But after seeing it in IMAX 3D, I completely changed my mind about it. Sure, call Avatar overrated, but I don't care. It is a freaking masterpiece. And with Avatar The Way of Water, we get to have more lore. Like, just, with Avatar The Way of Water, I am now officially an Avatar fan. I dug the first one, but with Avatar 2, no, yeah, I'm officially an Avatar fan. I want to see Avatar 3, 4, and 5 now. And it's crazy to me that I basically saw Avatar 14 years ago, as my mom took me to see it with her, my mom and her parents, which would be my grandparents. They went to see Avatar 14 years ago, as she told me about this, but I definitely was with her, as she's taking me to see a bunch of movies multiple times as a baby, and I was just chilled and wine in the theater. So yeah, it's crazy to know that I basically saw this as a kid in theaters, when I thought I just saw this on DVD and all, but I actually saw this in theaters. So yeah, it makes me feel good to know about that, but just, still though, with Avatar 2, I'm officially an Avatar fan. I would like to get all the merchandise, which, especially the Lego sets. I want all them Lego sets, please. Now for the runtime, which I can understand if you're all worried about the runtime, and especially about the bathroom breaks. Now, James Cameron has said that you can go to the bathroom as many times as you can, since you are going to see this because you're gonna see Avatar 2 again. And I'm so glad I did not even need to go to the bathroom once. Like I said, I didn't even need to I didn't feel like I needed to take a piss because I didn't even take a sip out of my drink in the theater until like around like the final battle, which I timed the final battle because like I thought it was pretty long, which yeah, the movie does feel long, but it flies by. I'm telling you, it flies by. You won't even notice. But yeah, like I said earlier, it does feel long as there are some moments that I thought kind of got boring for me as I'm like, okay, can we spice things up a bit? But it does earn its long run time. But not that I want to say it's a nitpick, because like I said, it earns its run time as we get to see these characters fleshed out even more. Even though that I said it's 3 hours long, again, you won't even notice as it'll just fly by for you, and then you'll be like, wait, that felt like an hour. But seriously though, I think the final battle for Avatar 2 has to be the longest final battles I've seen. I literally had to time how long it would be, and this is how much I got. Now, I don't know if I have any negatives for this movie, but I do have one major gripe with this movie okay, so a specific character dies in this movie, which pissed me the hell off. Like, I got so upset about it. Now, I won't give away who that character was, but I would totally give this a 10 out of 10, but just knowing the specific character dies, like, it just kind of lowers down my rating now. It is going to be a 9.5 out of 10. I will give this a 9.5 out of 10. Just the other half point just is for that specific character's death, because just, damn it, why did the specific character have to die? But anyways, now let's get down to business with my review scale, which, been a while since I've done these. I am going to try to do more of these in the near future, but I kind of need to update this, because I've mainly taken inspiration from 3C Films' review scale, but also, moist meter. I definitely most likely need to change the moist meter. For action, I'm going to give it 5 stars, 100%. Like, the action is just incredible in this movie, like, damn! For comedy, I'm going to give it 2.5 stars, 50%. There were some pretty funny moments in here, especially when one of the kids gives a middle finger to, I probably shouldn't say it, spoiler alert. And for drama, I'm going to give it 4 stars, 80%. I honestly like the story that they had going on in this movie, and if I'm being honest, I'm going to prefer the story that we got in this movie than the last story we got in the first one. And for horror, I'm going to give it 1 star, 20%. And it's mainly because there's one sequence. Now, the final battle is very suspenseful, but there's one scene that scared the crap out of me and Mom in the theater. And that would be when Loak is getting attacked by a sea creature that is basically a shark, which, oh my god, it is scary in 3D. But yeah, besides that, the ocean is pretty scary, and I may end up having a phobia for the ocean. But for suspense, I'm gonna give it 5 stars, 100%. Now, even though I said there was one specific scene that was pretty suspenseful, the final act of this movie is so suspenseful. Like, I'm just on the edge of my seat. So is Mom. Like, me and my mom are just on the edge of our seats, rooting for some of these characters to not get killed off. Like, we're just rooting for these characters not to get killed off. Now, for casual fans, I think I'll give it an A+. Cinephiles A+, and that's mainly because of the VFX work, because, like, it is just top-notch. And critically, I'll give it an A+. Now, like I said, I give this a 10 out of 10, but there's a specific character that dies in this movie that I'm just never going to get over with, but I'll give it a 9.5 out of 10. I'm just never going to get over that specific character getting killed off in this movie. And I'm going to give the movie 4.5 stars, 90%. And screw it, I'm giving this the movie reward. The first one and the second one get movie rewards. Yeah, definitely going to need to update this to make it my own, because, like, I took inspiration, but just, it feels like I'm kind of copying them. So I'm going to have to figure out how am I going to improve this. But anyways, with that being said, those are just my thoughts with Avatar: The Way of Water. I definitely love this movie. I'm debating if the first one or the second. I'm debating if the first one, which would be this, was better than the second one, or if the second one was better than the first one. I would say that they're both as good. As I said, that Black Panther and Wakanda Forever are as good, but I'm just debating. But I think, but since I saw it twice, I may prefer Avatar: The Way of Water over the first one. And for those of you that have this considered overrated, then you might as well prefer Avatar: The Way of Water over the first one. But yeah, if you're a true Avatar fan, you're totally gonna love this movie. And yeah, I'm officially an Avatar fan. I wasn't even a fan. I mean, I dug the first one, but with the second one, yeah, I'm officially an Avatar fan, and I want to see 3 and 4 and 5 now. Like, give me those sequels. So yeah, I can't wait to see Avatar 3, The Seed Barrier. Which, curious to know how that is gonna go down. Mainly with the title, I'm curious to. I'm just curious. Like, I just can't wait to see these sequels. I gotta wait 2 freaking years. 2 freaking years! I'm honestly ashamed that I've had The Way of Water on my bottom list of most anticipated movies, because, yeah, this is definitely going on my top 10 best movies of 2022. But which number will it be? Guess we'll have to find out. But with that being said, be sure to let me know your thoughts, comments down below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and as always, I'll see you guys in my spoiler review once I build my Lego set. So be sure to follow me on Twitch because I'm gonna be building this thing finally. All right, I've just been dying to build this damn thing. But as always, I'll see you guys in the next movie review. Peace out.